Hi everyone, welcome to today's computing lesson. So for our computing today, we're going to use the Digi Maps for Schools website again. So when you're searching for it, just remember to pop the for schools bit on the end, just so that you arrive at the right website. So then once you've got to the Digi Maps for Schools page, click on the login button, and then you are going to log in. Now, as I've mentioned previously on videos, it will always open to the same map. So we're going to use a new map today because we're going to be using two new skills that we haven't looked at yet in our lessons. So the first thing we're going to do is use the search bar, and we're going to search for Bake Up. So type Bake Up into the search bar and click go. And as always, it takes us to the OS map of Bake Up, which is quite zoomed out. So we're going to use the slider first of all to zoom in. So just slide in. Remember, do it really slowly so it's got time to catch up. And then we can see here, it zooms straight in. Our school has just dropped to the bottom of the page. So if you click and drag, you can drag our school back into the center of our page. Okay, so we are going to use a tool today that will make it really, really easy to find our school throughout the lesson. So we're going to click on this circle tool here, which means that we're going to draw a fixed shape area around our school. Now you can see, actually, you can choose any one of those shapes. I'm going to choose the circle tool, and I'm going to draw my circle on the map. Now you can see here, it's got the blue line, and actually I haven't quite got it in the center. So I'm just going to stop there and delete the one I've just drawn, and show you again how we do that. So click on the circle, start where you want your circle, the middle of your circle to be, and drag your circle out. And then I'm going to stop about there. Now that shows us that our school is right in the centre of this circle. And if I was to zoom out, that circle would shrink, but it would stay in exactly the same place. So that just helps us to relocate our school on the map. So that's the first thing I would like you to do. If you want to, you can pause the video now, log into Digimaps and do that step, and come back to the video and find out the next activity that we are going to do today. Okay, so if you paused your video, welcome back. I hope you've managed to get your fixed shape on there. I wonder if any of you decided to use a different shape than a circle. So the second tool we're going to use today, we need to close this annotations toolbar by clicking on the close button, and we're going to use a different tool at the top of our page. So I'm just going to zoom back in using my slider. So make sure my school, or our school, sorry, is in the middle of our page, my school on the map here. And then we're going to use this button. Now this button here is a geography photograph button. So when I click on it, it asks me to search again for a certain type of photograph. So I'm going to type in there again the word Bake Up, okay? And I'm just going to click my return button, and it will do the work for me. So I'm going to stop there and then close my geograph box, and you can see, oh, sorry, don't close your geograph box because that's when everything disappears. I'm going to move my geograph box just out of the way of my map. Now, can you see what has happened to my map? It has changed significantly because it has got a series of numbers and green dots, and it's also got a series of photographs. Now, it's going to be your job today to explore those photographs that you can see. So, straight away, I can see that our school doesn't actually have any photographs of it on Digimaps, because when I look at the school here, in the middle of my purple circle, I can see there's no markings around it to show me there are any pictures. The closest one is this one here, which isn't our school. When I click on that, we'll get to find out what the photographs are there. Now, the numbers just mean there's more than one. So if you can see a number, it means there's more than one photograph of that area. If you can see a number that's in yellow, it means there are lots of photographs of that area. So you can see this here, whatever is underneath this number 15 on our map has been photographed quite a number of times. So we're going to click on the number 4 first, which is closest to our school, and it brings up the pictures that you can see. So here we can see this is Stubberley Park Bowling Club in Bacup, and this picture was taken in 2010, so it's actually 10 years old now, this photograph. If I want to find out the other pictures, because it did say 4, then I can click on next photo. So here we can see Stubberley Hall. So all these pictures are in Stubberley Park. And this was taken in 2010, probably the same day because it's snowing, as you can see from the picture. And again, Stubberley Hall from a different angle. And then there's one more photo because it said 4. And then this is a picture of St Saviour's Church and Stubberley Bowling Green. So we can see the church in the background, and there is the bowling green. So we can actually explore Bacup through the photographs that are on this website. Now you can see our map has moved ever so slightly, and this has changed because the town centre has actually got lots of photographs. So you can see here there's 44 photographs of something that is underneath that map there. So have an explore of the map and see what you can find. Now something that has sparked my interest on this map is the picture that is right in the middle of my purple circle. It's this one here. So I'm going to click on it because I know this picture is an old picture because it is of a steam train on the tracks in Bacup, which we know from all of our work that we have done at Bacup, we don't have a train line anymore. So this is a really old photograph. It was actually taken in 1959, which was a long time ago. But you can see how Bacup has changed from the pictures. So have an explore and see if you can find any historical pictures on there that are maybe greater than 10 years old or even further, such as the train there, and see if you can find any. If you find any that are of really good interest, then just use your tools from the previous lessons to make an annotation. So here I'm just going to make my text a little bit smaller and change it to red, as I always do. And I'm going to put here, I'm just going to put Bacup train station, which we know is an old photo, and we said that was 1959. So I'm just going to pop the date so that we know when that picture was taken. So it says Bacup train station and it says 1959. I'm just going to if I can, move that label up a tiny little bit just so that we can read it. Doesn't want to let me do that at the moment, does it? So we can have an explore and see if we can move Bacup train station up a little bit and then pop those pictures back on again. There we go. Okay, so have a really good explore. Send through anything that you think is really interesting that you've managed to find out. See if there's any photographs of places where you live. So it might mean that you need to zoom out a little bit to find your house if you don't live in the centre of Bacup. That's absolutely fine. See what you can find and let me know. Have lots of fun with this, and I will see how you've got on later in the lesson. Take care, everyone.